What's up, guys? Johnny Howell here. Hope you guys are doing well. In this video, I want to talk about don't let other people define who you are, and don't turn yourself into a pretzel for people who are around you, whether it's a partner, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a business person or whatever. So many times, right now I'm actually going for a nice drive this morning, and I thought I'd stop the audio. I'm listening to right now a relationship audio. It's actually from Corey Wayne, How to Be a 3% Man. And it's phenomenal. So if you guys are looking to understand women a lot more, trying to have an amazing relationship, or if you're in a marriage and you're trying to understand your woman a lot more, then I highly recommend it. So go check it out. So I want to talk to you guys about turning into a pretzel. And I've been thinking about this for a while, right? Because even myself, sometimes in the past, I've completely turned myself into a pretzel for people, for a friendship, for my partner, and for my business clients, right? So when it comes to my business clients and when it comes to everyone in my life, I was basically turning myself into a beta male and not an alpha male. An alpha male basically says what he means and means what he says, and he doesn't really care what other people think about him. That's basically an alpha male. Doesn't mean he's rude, doesn't mean he's disrespectful, doesn't mean he's all that sort of stuff. No, he's actually he's a nice guy, but he also has his own standards, and that's the difference between an alpha male and a beta male. Beta male will just let other people walk all over him. An alpha male will say, hey, enough of that bullshit. Anyway, so I want to talk about this because the subject of this video, I want to talk about that because one thing that happens with us, right? We basically what happens is, we turn ourselves into a pretzel, right? We allow other people to walk all over us and all that sort of stuff. We don't stand up for what we want in life. Now, what happens when we're actually doing that? When we're actually allowing other people to, don't change who you are for other people, and don't let other people walk all over you. Because what happens is that if you let someone walk all over you, if you let someone change you, or if you let someone walk all over you and they know they're walking all over you and they're getting away with it, guess what? No one will do or say anything to you that you don't invite them to do. Now, how you're inviting them to do, whether it's no matter what it is in life, is they know they're walking all over you, but if you don't stand up for yourself, it's like, oh, I can take advantage of this person. Now, there's a lot of good people out there in this world, but if people see that they're going to take advantage of you, they're going to exploit that. Especially women in relationships, right? Yes, there's a lot of people out there a lot of women out there that are gold diggers and so on and so forth, but they're going to exploit that in your life. That's a different story when it comes to women in relationships. But don't turn yourself into a pretzel, and don't be a pleaser. Don't be a pleaser to everyone out there. Say what you want and and just walk all over it. Now, here's what's going to happen: is that when you stand up for yourself and you say what you mean what you say, and you're not turning yourself into a pretzel for people and stuff like that, a lot more people will respect you for what and who you are about. So I'll give you an example. Just recently, about being a pleaser and all that sort of stuff, and turn yourself into a pretzel and trying to change who you are, right, just to please everyone else. And at the end of the day, you're left there basically walking on eggshells. So I'll give you a story. Just recently I went out on a date with a woman, and she's a gorgeous woman, beautiful woman, and we had a really good night, and we're sitting down, we had dinner, and she's a pescatarian. So basically, pescatarian basically means that she doesn't eat meat. Now, I eat meat. I'm a very healthy guy. I'm a very alkaline guy, but I eat meat. I love my ice cream. I love my pizzas and stuff like that as well too. So I eat my meat. So what happened is we sat down, we had dinner, and when we had dinner, the typical man, right, when they're trying to please a woman, especially on the first date, what do? What do they do on the first date? They're trying to please, right? They're being a pleaser. Women don't want a pleaser. Actually, no one wants to be a pleaser. And in anything, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a business relationship or whatever, people are looking for leaders. Doesn't matter who it is. So if you look at, say, for example, women. So back to the story. So what happens most of the time, right? Women are pleasers. So because women are pleasers, I'm just changing over lanes here. This guy is so on my ass. Anyway, so because women are because a lot of guys are pleasers. My thread just went. Because a lot of guys are pleasers, right? And that's what she's probably expecting, because she's a very gorgeous girl and she's like, pleasing. What happened was we had dinner, and because we had dinner, she's a pescatarian, so she said, I want to order the salmon, and I said, you know what? All right, I'll order the fish as well too. Now I like fish. I eat fish. I haven't had fish for a while, so I'll order fish as well too. Now here's what happened. And the point of the story is that this is what happens a lot of the times. Initially, you'll get a bit of resistance. So what happened is, we're eating. She goes, "Do you want to try my dinner?" I said, "Yeah, sure. Let me try your dinner." So I tried her dinner, and she goes to me. "Oh, did you like it?" I said, "No, it was sour. I didn't like it at all." She goes, "Oh." She goes, "I really like it. It's really nice. It's got that sour taste, and I really like that sour taste." Blah blah. That was a test, by the way, guys. If you don't realize that was a test. Now, yes, she may have liked it, she may have meant it, but guess what? That was a damn test. She was seeing whether I was going to go back on my word or not. Because what did most guys do in this situation? Gorgeous girl, really awesome body, so on and so forth, and they're trying to please, right? Oh yeah, actually, it wasn't too bad, right? It's like, you just failed her test big time, right, guys? So, and what I said to her, I said, "I don't like it at all." And she's like, "Oh, really?" "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, how's your dinner?" I said, "Oh, it's okay. It's a bit bland, but it's okay. It's nothing special." I was completely honest with her, and I didn't go back on my word. But guess what happened? Initially, she gave me resistance. Initially, she said, "Oh my goodness." She goes, "Oh, I can't believe you didn't like my dinner," and so on and so forth. And the next few minutes after that, she went in. She was a bit cold towards me, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. But then guess what happened? Because I didn't go back on my word, and because she could then now trust me as a leader, trust me as a guy, guess what ended up happening after that? She was playing with her hair, she was smiling, she was being feminine. She's like, "Let's go back to your place, it's so comfortable there." Shannon, been to my place. Do you know what I mean, guys? But that's what happens. That's what happens when you're a leader. So if that's an example of a relationship, or of just dating women, but the same thing applies in any area of your life. If someone's doing something to you that they're walking all over you, you need to say, "No, I don't agree with this. No, I don't like this." Initially, that person, whether it's a friendship or a business person, is going to give you that pushback. But guess what? You're not inviting them to do that. Say, "Hey, if you're going to do that, if you're going to keep doing that, no, you're not going to be in my life. I'll walk away from this." You need to do that, right? You need to do that in order to basically. Let me just do this here. You need to do that, right, in order to stand up for yourself. So no one will do anything, no one will say or do anything to you that you don't invite them to do. So if you're standing up for yourself, then you're being the leader. But guess what? A lot of the times when you do that, initially they're going to give you resistance. They're going to, "Fuck you, whatever." You know what I mean? But afterwards, they're going to come back and say, "You know what? I really respect that guy." Because I think Muhammad Ali said, or maybe someone said, is that when you go out into the world and you take on the world and you do your own thing, even though it's when a lot of people disagree with you, you are unconsciously given the light to other people for them to take on their own path, or something to that effect. But initially, they're going to give you resistance. Initially, they're going to say, "You're an idiot," so on and so forth. When I was going through my cancer, back, going on this is my 10-year, 2008, my 10-year anniversary. So my 10-year anniversary was, this is my 10-year anniversary. Now, 2008, I was diagnosed with cancer. The doctor gave me 6 months to live. And so I went to the specialist. The specialist said to me that, you got cancer and so on and so forth, right? So everyone around me, all the people at my church, all my friends, my mother-in-law, my wife at the time, they were basically saying you need to go start the chemo, you need to start doing this sort of stuff. That's what everyone else is doing. But no, I didn't believe in that. I believed that I caused this. I caused the cancer. Now, by the way, guys, a bit of a disclaimer here. That's what I did. I'm not saying you guys did that. If you guys are going through a healthy, or you know someone else that's gone, seek professional advice. Don't listen. Don't do what I did. Right? That was just right for me. It may not be right for you. A bit of disclaimer here on this topic here. So what ended up happening was like, no, I said to the specialist of 15 years, I said, no, I'm not doing this. He goes, well, if you don't do this, you're probably going to have 6 months to live. If you do this, you're probably going to have he said, if you do this, you know, you're probably going to have, I think it was a 30% chance of actually getting it, because I caught the cancer too late. It was like stage 4 or whatever. So what ended up happening was, I said, no, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. This is not, I'm not doing the chemo, I'm not doing the radiation. I know, because at that time I started studying alkalinity in our blood, and what causes tumors to grow, and what causes them to die and to thrive, and what causes disease in our body, and how the body recovers, and you know, all that sort of stuff. Like I just went so deep into health, and not only fitness, but so much into the health of things. So I thought, no, I know I can do this. It's scientific. I know scientifically, if I do certain things, it's going to reverse this. What's happening in my body right now? But I need to do the work, and it was tough. It was fucking tough. But and not only was it tough physically, because I had to start changing my habits, but it was tough because I had so many people around me. All these people at church I knew for 10 years. My wife saying, "Oh, I don't know." My mother-in-law saying, "You're so selfish. You're so greedy. You know, you're not thinking of your family." And I just had my son there as well too. I'm like, no, I am thinking about myself. I am thinking about myself, and I'm thinking about, you know, I want to be around. I want to be healthy for the kids and the rest of my life, and so on and so forth. So everyone was totally against that. But guess what? I said, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I don't care what anyone else says. And after I did that, and after people couldn't sway me, guess what? About a week later, my wife actually started supporting me. She started making me these really nice alkaline salads. She was very supportive of it. She was there for me, because I just said to her, I said, listen, just give me 1 month, 1 month of doing this, and if it's not better, I'll start the chemo, I'll start the treatment, because I knew even after 1 month of doing this, it could completely change. Guess what? The topic didn't even come back up again. I started to lose weight, not because I was sick, but because I was just cleaning all the toxins and bullshit out of my body. I had more energy, I was more vibrant, and I remember one day we were making love in bed, and she goes, man, what is in that green drink? She was excited. She's like, man, this is awesome, because I had all this energy and vibrancy about me, because I was cleaning all the shit out about my system. And then guess what? After 3 months of starting that, I basically removed the cancer. I removed all the sick. I wasn't getting sick anymore and all that sort of stuff. I was vibrant. I was lean. I was so energized. I was so excited. But the day-to-day process, right? People saw what I was doing. Even my mother and father-in-law, they saw what I was doing. So guess what? Initially, they said you're so greedy, so on and so forth, and then they gave me all this resistance. But now, still to this day, I know my ex-wife looks up to me because I took that on, and she was so, I could tell that she was so attracted to me for me just walking to the beat of what I knew what was best for me, and not allowing other people to define me. And she was so attracted to that. And because as I said before, initially she was saying, I can't believe it, it's not going to work, blah blah blah. Then guess what? A week later, she was so supportive of it. So, you know, and it's so interesting. And now, even just recently, now 10 years later, we're talking about the health of our kids. So I'm trying to give her some things to do with the kids and so on and so forth to help them with their health and fitness. So the whole point of the story, guys, is that don't turn yourself into a pretzel. Don't let other people walk all over you. Don't be a pleaser to people, because at the end of the day, you're inviting them to keep walking all over you. But when you stand up for yourself, a lot more people will respect you for that. And then so from that, you'll be able to start living a life based on your terms, not based on other people's terms. Don't walk through life pleasing other people, because at the end of the day, people don't respect pleasers. Why do so many people don't but a lot of people respect a lot of high athletes or leaders, such as Donald Trump. What are so many people, a lot of people don't respect him? I think a lot of that's just jealousy or whatever. But why do so many people respect Donald Trump? Because he knows, right? It's like you no matter what happens, he's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants to do. You know what I mean? And there's nothing, no one's gonna stop it. Because an alpha male is like, right, this is what I'm gonna do. Poof, I'm off to do this. This is like, for example, with the girl I was dating. No, I don't like the dinner. Initially resistance, and then they came back to us. So you've got to stand up. And guess what? And when you stand up for yourself and people walk away from your life and they don't come back, it just wasn't meant to be. Keep moving forward, keep circulating, and the right people will start to show up in your life, and you'll start to have a life of your terms, not other people's terms. Because life is meant to be lived on your terms and not just to be a pleaser with other people. So anyway, guys, have an amazing day. Don't turn yourself into a predator for other people. And I hope these stories that I've told you in this video has given you some courage, especially for you guys, to stand up and be that man that you know you're truly meant to live. And that starts from living your truth.